What's up? What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great day. Listen, I'm just jumping in real quick. It's breaking news, so we're going to go over it with this Donnie McClurkin. I guess we're going to start 2026 the way we ended 2026. Sorry if I was in the mic, y'all. I ain't even had a chance to go over. I got the Will Smith lawsuit. We ain't gone over that yet. We have, I got Drake, Tyler Perry. Child, we have not even had a chance. But we're going to jump in the same way we jumped out, I guess. So the latest accusation is coming against a Grammy Award winner, staple in the gospel community, Donnie McClurkin. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. This is all alleged. This is a lawsuit that does not mean that anybody is guilty of anything. Okay? These are allegations. Okay? So I'm going to read y'all. I don't have the lawsuit. I just have an article. We're going to read through this article, and you know how, y'all, I'm just saying this for the first time. So y'all going to get my initial reaction, okay? All right. I don't like this background. This purple against this green is not making a pretty aesthetic for me. Let me see if I can find something else to put behind me. I have to forget, now that I'm done with all the holiday backgrounds, I got to find me a good background. Let me see. This will be a better one. Let's do that one. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's get into it. Again, I'm just reading this article, you guys. This is from NBC News, so y'all can find the same article. I'm going to read through the article, honey. We're going to see what they're talking about, okay? Oh, boy. Oh, people. Okay. So here we go. Grammy-winning gospel singer and pastor accused of abusing a young man. Y'all know I'm omitting the word that comes before abusing. Y'all know what word it is. Donnie McClurkin denied the allegations in a lawsuit which was filed by a man who says he sought out the pastor after reading his book about overcoming the curse of homosexuality. Now, y'all know that Donnie McClurkin said that he was practiced in the homosexualities, but he no longer is. That's what, and I guess he wrote a book about it. I didn't read the book, but here we go. Donnie McClurkin, a Grammy-winning gospel singer and pastor, actually abused a young man over several years and wrote an apology email declaring himself a dirty old man, according to the new lawsuit. Giuseppe Corretto says in the lawsuit that he was struggling to reconcile his sexuality with his faith when he sought out McClurkin in 2003. Excuse me. The lawsuit says that he was 21 at the time, and he went to McClurkin's church in Long Island, New York, after reading his autobiographical book, which described how God helped him overcome the curse of homosexuality. Okay, we're going to keep reading. At the church event, McClurkin talked about being RAPE'd as a child, which resonated with me because that's similar to my story, he said in an interview with NBC News. He said he was brought to meet with McClurkin after the event, and the man took an immediate interest in him. At first, it was all very innocent, and what I thought was mentoring, Corretto said in the interview. But he now believes that he was being groomed from the start. Look, we're going to stop with this. Okay, let me just keep going. We read the definition of grooming the other day, but let's keep going. Let me keep reading. McClurkin began to molest Corletto during the Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions. That's what they named the sessions, Pray the Gay Away? Okay. The lawsuit says, and the abuse escalated over the next several years. During this period, Corletto worked as McClurkin's assistant and regularly traveled with him, according to the lawsuit. Corletto struggled to process these incidents of sexual abuse, as McClurkin was both his mentor and employer, making it difficult for him to speak out about the abuse he had suffered, the lawsuit says. An attorney for McClurkin says the allegations are categorically false. At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of abuse, assault, or sexual coercion. The claim set forth in the lawsuit grossly mischaracterizes their interaction, which occurred over a decade and some accusations over 2 decades ago. All of these allegations are contradicted by the real facts. After an alleged sexual assault at a Niagara Falls hotel in 2013, the lawsuit says that McClurkin wrote Corletto an email apologizing for his actions. Oh, that's what the lawsuit said. Okay, the way this article is written, it goes back and forth. Okay, so the lawsuit says that an assault happened in 2013 and that McClurkin wrote an apology email. Oh, here's the quote from the email. This is one of the quotes from the email. I am the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man. Pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone who wants to look for help, guidance, who he wants to look to for help, guidance, and spirituality. That's quote unquote. Continuing the quote. I feel so foul, ... so stupid. That this lawsuit was filed in the Superior Court in Manhattan. Let me pause a little bit and see what y'all saying in the chat. Yes, honey. Okay, yes. The song Thank You and Walter Hawk is one of my favorite tracks. Okay. But what are the real facts? Because Donnie also said he wasn't gay no more. He's a liar and can't be true. Oh, wow. Did you check your email? Oh, Lord. Tracy might have... Hold on. Tracy sent... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Tracy might have sent me the whole lawsuit. Let's see what we got here. Because if we got the lawsuit, we're going to read it. I don't see nothing from you, Tracy. Hold on. Let me make sure my email's updated correctly. Let me put your name in. Tracy, I don't see no lawsuit, baby. Hold on. Let me refresh my phone. Let me refresh my email. No, let me check my email up here. Because I don't see it in here. Let me check my email here. No. I don't see it, Tracy. Okay, hold on. She texted it to me. Okay. I can't. I need to request. Hold on. Child. It's giving me a hard time, Tracy. It's not letting me open it up on my phone. It's not letting me open it up on my phone. I don't know why the email's not coming through. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get the actual... Oh, here it is right here. Got it, Tracy. I guess it was just a delay. All right, y'all. Let's read it. Oh, it's still not letting me open it up. It's making me request access. I don't know. It's making me request access, Tracy. Yeah, it's not letting me open it. I got the email. Check to see if you got my... See, it's saying access denied. See if you got my request access. All right. She sent it again. Hold on, y'all. Be patient. We got it. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, boo. We got it. All right. Let's read the whole thing. Let's read through the lawsuit. All right. Forget about that news article. Let's read through the lawsuit. Oh, you got a new phone? It's okay, boo. Kim said, this is the MO. I bet the guy was attractive. They be all concerned about your spiritual standing only to get there. Okay. Let me just read that. Kim said only to, all right. Cruz will love when I read these lawsuits, honey, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Cruz will be cracking up. All right. Let me share the image. And we're going to read through the lawsuit, honey. All right. Let's go. Yeah. This is Gillespie Corletto against Donald A. McClurkin Jr. All right. This is the verified complaint, nature of the action, the parties. All right, let's read the facts common to all causes of action. This is the part y'all, this is what y'all want to hear, okay? This is why y'all are here. Can y'all see it on the screen? Let me make sure y'all can see it. Let me try to make it bigger. All right, that's a little bit bigger. All right, here we go. All right. On or about August 3rd of 2003, when plaintiff was 21 years old, he first met defendant McClurkin, plaintiff Corletto. He first met defendant McClurkin at defendant's church in Long Island, New York, after reading the defendant's book entitled Internal Victim, Internal Victor, which centered on being delivered from homosexuality. At the time, defendant's church, Perfecting Faith Church, was holding outdoor service referred to as Church Without Walls, where individuals would share testimonies regarding their own deliverance from homosexuality, prostitution, drugs, and other circumstances. Because the plaintiff was struggling with the acceptance of his sexuality in light of his religious beliefs, he sought out the defendant McClurkin for guidance. After the service on or about August the 3rd of 2003, plaintiff was brought to meet defendant McClurkin, who prayed with him and assured him that defendant would help deliver him from homosexuality. Excuse me. Shortly thereafter, one of the defendant's ministers, who confessed to the plaintiff that he too was struggling with homosexuality, began persistently contacting plaintiff, showing up to the plaintiff's home unannounced, and even making sexual advances toward the plaintiff. Due to this harassment, the plaintiff, who had only attended defendant's church for about 3 weeks at this point, began missing church services and considered leaving altogether. Shortly thereafter, the plaintiff received a call directly from McClurkin, where the defendant reassured that this harassing minister was being dealt with and that this was a test from God, to which the plaintiff passed. It was a test from God that your minister allegedly was harassing this man. And he passed. Plaintiff and defendant then developed a mentor-mentee relationship. Now, I'm not saying that this is true. I ain't saying that this is true. I don't know these people. I wasn't there when none of this happened. But that sounds like a setup to me. That sounds like the setup for... Listen, I don't know. But it almost sounds like the bait and switch. But let's keep reading. Eventually, the defendant offered the plaintiff a position of executive personal assistant, which the plaintiff accepted. During his time as McClurkin's personal assistant, they engaged in Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions, during which the defendant groped the plaintiff's genitals without his consent. Was that a test too, Donnie? Again, this is all alleged. I don't know if this is true, but I'm just saying, was that a test too, Donnie? Was you testing? Okay. Was he supposed to say no? And then you say, yay, you passed. Okay. Plaintiff struggled to process these incidents of sexual abuse, as the defendant was both his mentor and employer, making it difficult for him to speak out about the abuse he had suffered. During this time, defendant would set up scenarios with the plaintiff and other men, much like the aforementioned minister framing them as tests from God to see how the plaintiff will react. Didn't I tell you it sounded like a setup? Now, again, this is all alleged. Let me put alleged down here. Well, I'm reading the lawsuit. But didn't I tell you it sounded like a setup? Didn't I tell y'all that? So now he allegedly set up these scenarios. Okay, we're going to keep reading, child. We're going to keep reading. When the plaintiff reported to defendant that he was able to resist the male model's sexual advances, defendant praised him, laid hands on him, and told him he had passed another test. See, didn't I just say that? Let me just keep reading, because now I'm just gonna keep reading this because I feel like I'm in their head. I'm gonna read what this man said. In 2007, the plaintiff traveled with defendant McClurkin and his family to California for a business trip. Defendant also brought up his at the time girlfriend. Therein, in defendant McClurkin's hotel room, McClurkin instructed him to remove his shoes. Defendant McClurkin then removed his pants and exposed himself to the plaintiff, grabbed him, pulled him onto the bed, and forcefully kissed and groped the plaintiff. The plaintiff cried and pled for the defendant to stop, but McClurkin continued touching him in an attempt to arouse him. McClurkin then forcefully grabbed plaintiff's penis and performed oral sex on him, all without the plaintiff's consent. The plaintiff begged McClurkin to stop while crying, but McClurkin continued assaulting him. McClurkin then forcefully grabbed the plaintiff's penis and inserted it into him. Okay, he RAPE'd him according to this. I'm not gonna read all this, child. This video already probably ain't gonna get monetized. So y'all get the gist of what he said happened. Okay. When the plaintiff confronted McClurkin afterward, the defendant pretended to have no recollection of the assault and blamed his behavior on side effects of his medication. McClurkin further manipulated the plaintiff, blaming him for the incident and convincing him that he was the sole culpable party. As a result, the plaintiff experienced intense shame and confusion. This is a lie. Y'all, this is a lie. I'm not, and again, it's McClurkin exploited this tactic repeatedly, coercing the plaintiff into further unwanted acts over the next 6 years. McClurkin also engaged in numerous other incidents of groping and forcible touching while the plaintiff was working for him at his church. The defendant would secretly grope plaintiff before going to preach, inducing the plaintiff to cry and then using the plaintiff's tears to encourage other congregants to openly express emotion. So what you're saying is that backstage before Donnie McClurkin would go on stage, he would do something to this young man, allegedly. And then the young man's response, I say young man, he was in his 20s, but okay, young man. And so his response would be to cry and be emotional. And then Donnie would use that to entice the crowd to also be emotional. You gotta be kidding me. During the period in about 2007, defendant took the plaintiff on another business trip to Atlantic City for a speaking engagement. The defendant claimed the hotel had mistakenly booked only one room and eventually persuaded the plaintiff to stay in the same room as him. Therein, while the plaintiff slept on the couch, he awoke to Donnie performing on him. Okay, y'all know what that means. Okay. On another occasion, on or about 2007, McClurkin forced himself on the plaintiff in a hotel room in Long Island, New York. under the circumstances similar to those in the California incident. On another occasion, on or about 2008, McClurkin forced himself on the plaintiff at the defendant's home in Rockville Center, New York, and relieved himself in front of the plaintiff and then forced the plaintiff to watch. This is a lot. On another occasion, on or about 2008, the defendant drove the plaintiff to a park in Rockville Center, New York, under the pretense of going grocery shopping. Therein, the defendant forced the plaintiff to perform on him until he relieved himself. On another occasion, in or about 2008, at a hotel room on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, the defendant, McClurkin, forced himself on the plaintiff, forcefully kissing the plaintiff and groping him. The plaintiff tried to leave, but the door was locked. McClurkin performed on the plaintiff and then forced the plaintiff into, allegedly he RAP'd him again, child. I ain't reading all the details. The plaintiff attempted to quit on multiple occasions. The defendant, however, denied the plaintiff's request. You can't deny me the request to quit. I quit. I'm not coming back. Further coercing him to stay by telling the plaintiff that his deliverance and purpose were tied to him. McClurkin compared the plaintiff to the biblical figure of Elijah and Elisha to further manipulate him and convince him that he needed the defendant. The plaintiff also confided in church staff members about McClurkin's misconduct and abuse, including, he naming names. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I read these names, let me see what y'all saying in the chat, baby, because he naming names. Baby, he is naming names. Baby, this man said that he told church staff, including, let me read y'all these names: Renee Carr, Shavita Green, Terrell Middleton. He said he told them about McClurkin's misconduct, but no action was taken. Now, I don't know if he told them people or not, but he put them people name in this lawsuit. He didn't just say, I told people. He said, I told these people. Okay. In 2008, the plaintiff ultimately secured employment with a Christian broadcasting network in New York and successfully resigned from his position with Donnie McClurkin. However, because McClurkin was a gospel artist, the plaintiff continued to encounter him throughout his new employment. Damn, you couldn't get away from that man. In April 2012, the plaintiff began working for an airline. This is not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. During training in Orlando, the defendant discovered the plaintiff's hotel location through one of the plaintiff's friends. It appeared uninvited. So Donnie showed up at your hotel room. He got your information from one of your friends. So Donnie was still cool with your friends. And he showed up at your hotel, allegedly. McClurkin begged the plaintiff to allow him, stating that they needed to talk. I guess allow him in. The plaintiff, not wanting to make a scene, given the defendant's celebrity status and public recognition, reluctantly agreed to let him inside the room. McClurkin begged the plaintiff to have sex with him one last time. Later, while the plaintiff slept, he awoke to McClurkin relieving himself while also touching and groping his body. The plaintiff resisted McClurkin's advances, but the defendant forced himself. Okay, all right, there it is again. Okay, yeah, he said they had sex again against his will. Okay. In the following months, McClurkin persistently pressured the plaintiff to live with him in California. My goodness. After this, around Thanksgiving or Christmas of 2013, while the plaintiff was living in Boston, Massachusetts, McClurkin showed up outside the gate at the airport with two of his friends. You need new friends. And refused to leave until the plaintiff agreed to go out with him. Sir, you need new friends. Who are these friends that keep telling this man where you are? Who are these friends that keep telling this man where you are? These not your friends. Because they keep telling this man where you are. Wow. They just showed up at the gate while you working? My goodness. The plaintiff hesitantly accepted and was ultimately coerced by McClurkin into staying with him at a hotel room afterwards. Defendant again forcibly touched and groped the plaintiff. They said all without consent. Now, I'm gonna hold my thoughts. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts in a minute. I'm gonna hold my thoughts. Okay. On or about June 13th, Donnie McClurkin persuaded the plaintiff to rejoin his church in New York. McClurkin then convinced on June of 2013, excuse me. McClurkin then convinced the plaintiff to accompany him to a trip in Niagara Falls, New York, where the defendant forced himself on the plaintiff. Again, this time the plaintiff was able to push the defendant off, having grown more confident in his sexual identity and no longer subscribing to the defendant's doctrine of deliverance. After this incident in Niagara Falls of 2013, the defendant sent the plaintiff an email apologizing for assaulting him that evening. Oh, here go the whole email. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see what the chat talking about. Let me get ready to read this email. Let me clear. Hold on. I need something to drink. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat before I read the apology. Okay. My apology. Let's read what it says. And it's from Donnie McClurkin to just him, June the 28th of 2013 at 11:36 a.m. Okay, this is what it says. The first thing I want to do is apologize again to you. Now, Donnie, I understand that this was why you don't have no punctuation. Why you're not starting your sentence with a capital letter? I feel like Donnie McClurkin know better than this. I feel like Donnie McClurkin knows to start a sentence with a capital letter and end it with a period, but I digress. I know I apologized for my wrong attitude from Wednesday, but I wanted to apologize for all of my behavior that has been wrong and put you in a wrong place. I am the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man, pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he wants looks to for help, guidance, and spirituality. I was trying to go to a realm of sexuality that wasn't right and wasn't right for you or me for that matter. That's in parentheses. I feel so foul, so stupid. I'm old enough to be your father and want to be something else to you. You don't have that desire for me, and I shouldn't have it for you. I forced myself on you, groping on you. And when I think about it, you never really touched me like that at all. Just wanted to sleep together and hug occasionally. I am really embarrassed at how I am and how I acted. You're far too important to be treated like that from me or anyone. I'm not helping you in any way by doing this, and I'm only making a fool out of myself being so desperate. I have no one, and I feel I have more than ever, but I was horribly wrong trying to force you into something that you were consistently saying no to. I am old. I am too old to be like this. Bitch. Oh, it's more. I won't be that to you again. You didn't come back for this. My loneliness is mine to deal with. My desire for you is not right the way that I'm feeling and handling it. I will be a friend to you and pastor if you'll allow me. But I won't be this broken old man so desperate for you that I violate my purpose in your life and become this. I love you and want you to be who you're supposed to be. I will work on me. I hate being lonely and alone, but I have to go through it and not like this. Let's move on from here. See you later this or next week, Pastor. Bitch. We just need to take a pause. I don't know. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is a real receipt or if it's fabricated. I don't know. But we are reading this man's lawsuit, and that's what this man put in his lawsuit. I don't know if that's real or not, but I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to just leave it right there. And let me finish reading this. We almost done, y'all. We almost at the end. In November of 2015, while the plaintiff was experiencing mental health struggles, oh boy, here we go. He returned to McClurkin's church seeking guidance from him. McClurkin engaged in further misconduct against the plaintiff, taking advantage of his vulnerability and current fragile mental state. McClurkin's actions constituted violation. Now to get into the penal code of what it allegedly violated. McClurkin intentionally and for no legitimate purpose forced sexual intercourse upon the plaintiff without his consent, herein for the purpose of degrading and or abusing the plaintiff and for the purpose of gratifying the defendant's sexual desires. McClurkin committed the crime sexual acts described herein against the plaintiff due to animus against the plaintiff's gender and or sexual orientation. If I pronounced that wrong, my apologies. That as a result of the subject incident, plaintiff has sustained injury, emotional distress, physical pain, emotional pain and suffering, and loss of enjoyment of life, and claims compensatory and punitive damages herein. And then they go on to talk about each cause of action. Y'all know that's just the legal jargon of the different causes of action, and they're repeating a lot of what was already said. So, okay, hold on. Let me read y'all the first. Let me just read y'all the causes of action. I will read the causes of action. Hold on. Let me read that. Okay, the first cause of action is violation of the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Act. Second cause of action is sexual assault. Third cause of action, sexual battery. Fourth cause of action, and so it's three causes of action, and he demands for a trial by jury, and that is signed by his attorney, and it was filed on January the 2nd. So that is the lawsuit, you guys. Again, these are only allegations. I am not asserting that anything that was said is true. I don't know. That is what this man is saying. Those are his accusations against Donnie McClurkin. Donnie McClurkin and his attorney have categorically denied all allegations. They said that these are lies and falsehoods. That's all I can tell y'all. They said they lies. That's what the man said, that they are lies. Now, I'm just reading some of the comments in the chat, y'all. Shout out to the 300 people in the chat. If y'all have not done so already, if y'all could please hit that, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. I'm not even asking for nothing. Hit that like button. I mean, if you want to make a donation to the platform, I will receive it, but I'm not asking for anything, other than your like. So listen, you guys, I don't know where we go from here. I do know that, yes, it's a lot. Listen, that was a lot to read. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That was a lot to read. Y'all know I read these. I didn't. Y'all saw me pull it up. I didn't read anything before. But maybe I don't have nothing else. I don't even know what else to say. I will say that y'all know what and again, naming names doesn't make it true. Having an email doesn't make the email valid, but I will say, you know what, Cheryl Knight, goodbye. Cheryl talk about something, he fell down. But I will say that it is very intriguing that he said, listen, I went to people at the church and these days, these names. And he sent me an email apologizing. I will say this, because some people might say, well, why would he apologize? Remember, he said he got the apology email allegedly after he fought back and actually told him no and got away from him, which might be the first time that Donnie was like, oh shit. He done told me no, and he was able to basically fight his way away from me. Oh shit, maybe I went too far. Now again, I ain't saying it's true. I'm just saying allegedly, if it's true, maybe that's the connection. I don't know, y'all. Ravine said those are legit names in Donnie's camp. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, those are people that legitimately work at his church. That's bold to put them people's name in it. But then again, we saw the same thing in one of them TD Jakes lawsuits where they said, hey, I went to this person and this person and that person and nothing happened. So, and we never heard no more about it. So I don't know. What Kim say? What Kim say, Lord? Let me read what Kim say. I know Kim is in this chat cutting up. Look what Kim say, child. What my baby Kim say. Not, you know what? And on that, yeah. So listen, before we get out of here, thank you guys for being here. I'm not doing a regular tribe meeting. We're going to do Married to Medicine at 7:00. But I do want to make sure that I don't run into El Teddy's time. And I'm sure El Teddy's going to talk about this as well. They need to subpoena Kelly Price. She knows what's up. Kelly Price ain't got nothing to say. Y'all know Kelly Price ain't got nothing to say. Y'all know good and well Kelly Price ain't got nothing to say. We're going to give away our memberships. We're going to give away our memberships. I need to find, YouTube sometimes will give creators gifted memberships, but I think one time I saw it, but I'm gonna have to ask somebody else where to find it in my YouTube studio, because I can't believe that I never, because I'm paying for these out of my pocket. But if YouTube gonna give me memberships to give to people, I sure want to use it. I hate that. I hate that if I'm I hate that if it's people that I can give memberships that. But anyway, let me go ahead and give out the memberships for this month. Y'all know for those of you that are new here, I gift the memberships at the beginning of every month. We're gifting 5 memberships today. I know we're a little late, but I haven't been live over here. So let's do that. Let's see who was blessed with a membership for the month of January. Let's see. All right, let's see who it was. Congratulations to DB, Cheryl Knight. I don't know. It was JNAIVERETT6. I'm sorry. Katrina, you must have spoken into existence. You said, I want one, and you got one. Look at you. Look how that be working. And Queen Brielle, congrats to you guys for getting your membership, for getting a gifted membership. Congrats. And if I can find out if YouTube gave me some memberships, I'll do those as well. The other things I want to say is, Tracy Chappelle, thank you so much for your gift card. I used it yesterday, your Amazon gift card, and I purchased 3 things off of my wish list with the gift card, and I appreciate it. The charger adapter, 2 things for 2 of the charging things. And then that's what I don't, Queen Tulsa, tell me where to find it, please, if you help me. I know it's in my studio, but I don't see it. What's the last thing? What I was gonna say? Oh, and I got 3 things. I'll tell you what it is, because they were delivered. I just didn't have a chance to open up the box. I know they're in my studio. Tulsa, tell me where in my studio to find it, please, my love. I'm done, y'all. I'm just going to see if Tulsa can help me figure it out in my studio. Let me go into my studio and find it. If I can find it and I have something there to give, I just don't know where to find it. I found it one time and I don't know where to find it again. Because I went into memberships, but I don't see if that's where it is. Click on the money symbol in my. Okay, click on the money symbol where it says earn. Okay. And then where do I go? Because I don't see nothing else. I don't see it. It must be something else I gotta hit. Hold on, let me see. Okay, and scroll down. Click on my money symbol and scroll down. Oh, wait a minute. Creative music. All right, I scroll down. Okay, scroll to the free membership gifting. I don't see that. You said, okay, go to, you can, okay, you said, go, click on the money symbol. I did that. Well, no, I don't have a money symbol. I just got to earn. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go back to the beginning. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on. The money symbol. Let me go back to the beginning. Click to the money symbol. I see earn. Maybe that's what she's okay. And then click down to, you said, scroll down to, is it giving? Oh, wait a minute. Is this it right here? I don't, okay. Hold on. Let me read. Scroll to the free membership gifting. I don't have it. From your studio live, act like you're gifting. Oh, go into my studio live. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with this, with the content. Y'all, I'm just trying to figure out how I can do this gifting thing. So y'all can, I don't want y'all hanging out thinking I'm done with Donnie, child. I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say, child. If there's more to it, you know we'll come back to it. Thank you, Tulsa, for helping me out, my love. All right, let me see. Let me go into my let me go into, maybe that's how I did it the last time, Tulsa. Oh, because I've done it before. I have done it before. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. See, yeah, I don't see it. I must not have any to gift because I don't see it. Scroll to free membership. I don't see it. I'll play around with it. Hold on. Let me try one more time. We're going to my membership again. You have to be on the live control room. Okay, okay, so I was in the wrong place. Okay. I'm in the live control room. Oh, wait a minute, Tulsa. I think I might see it. Is this it right here? No. Nope, that's not it. I don't see it. I'm going to figure it out, y'all. Hold on. Because I need to do it while I'm in here so I can see it. Okay. Go into this. I don't see it. Hold on. Let me go back. $. The monetization is on. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me start over. Because you said I have to be in the control room. So you said hit the $. I hit the $. You said scroll down. I think I just don't have it because I don't see what you're talking about. It's got to be here somewhere. All right. Let me try to go into my room, my live again. Let me go into the live again. All right. You said scroll down. Let me scroll down. I don't see. Okay, it says click on the money symbol from the studio. Scroll down from your studio live. Act like you're gifting a membership. There's nothing here. From your studio live, act like you're gifting a membership. You have to be on the live control room of this live. Go to studio content. Go into this live. I'm in the live. Click the money sign like you're sending a super chat. Okay. I did that. Do it from my phone. Oh, is that how I have to do it? I have to do it from my phone? Okay, let me try it from my phone. Okay. Let me try it from my phone. I don't. Okay. Child. Once I figure out how to do it, baby, I'll be golden. Okay. But right now, my gosh. I feel like a dummy right now. It shouldn't be this damn complicated. Okay. Why is it not showing? Okay. I'm gonna have to. I'll do it. I'm gonna have to do a separate live so I can play around with it because this is crazy. I don't know why I can't do it. Let me try it again. Let me go into my live. You said go into your live. Why is it not? Child, now this thing not letting me do nothing. I'll just try. Thank you, Tulsa, for helping me out. I just have to. It's not even letting me. Okay, now. Okay, hold on. Now it's showing that I'm live. And you said hit the dollar sign. So it says membership. Now this thing not letting me do nothing. Just kind of. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. It's not showing it. I guess I don't have any memberships to give out because I don't see. I see what you're saying. I click the dollar sign and it's not. So I don't know what I'm doing, but it's not there. I'm gonna have to. I'll figure it out. Thank you, Tulsa. I just have to figure it out. I have to find me a video or something that can show me how to find it. I tried to find it before. I tried to find a video before that could show me, but it's not. I don't know, but it's definitely not letting me do it on my computer. I can see it. I see what you're talking about on my computer, but I don't have gifting. It's not letting me gift. But I'm looking at it on my phone. Oh well. I'm gonna end this now, y'all. Let me see if El Teddy. I'm gonna redirect it. Let me see if I can redirect to El Teddy. I know everybody done probably left now, but I'll redirect who's still in here. And I'll figure it out. Thank you, Tulsa, for trying to help me. I'll figure it out. I feel like a dummy right now because I'm sure it's right in my face. I just don't see it. I'm sure it's right in my damn face. But I'll find a video or something. I tried to find one before because I know it can't be that damn complicated. You know what I'm saying? I see people do it all the time, and I hate that my members are missing out because I don't know where the hell to find it. Yeah. Thank you, Tulsa. Do you see? Okay, you said, do you see the money symbol? I don't see. I see the dollar sign. I don't see, but I figured that's what you're talking about, the dollar sign. When you say, look at your phone, I'm looking at my phone. You said, go in your live chat. I was in my live chat. And you said, look like I'm going to make a super chat. It's got to be right in my damn face. It's got to be right in my face. Oh, wait a minute. Tulsa sent me a message on Instagram. Hold on. Let me see. Content. Live. Okay. Going in. Thank you, Tulsa. I'm looking at the video now. Thank you, boo. All right. Then I go over here. Right. I did that. So I must not have any gifting because I did exactly what you said. I did exactly what you said. I must not. Maybe I don't have it turned on. Do I need to go into my studio and turn it on? Because I did exactly what you just said. I'll just check back in a couple of days. Yeah, I just check back in a couple of days. Thank you so much, Tulsa, for sending me the video, though. But I did exactly what you said. It's not there. It's not there. So now I need to see if maybe I don't have it turned. Maybe I don't have it turned on. Maybe I have to turn that on. I don't know. But I'm going to go and play around in my back office and see if I need to turn it on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all later.